It's been 26 years since the TexAnns have played one team 4 times in one season. 26 years. That hasn't happened in the NCAA era here for Tarleton State. Is this a good thing?
I don't know. It's what it is. You know, they were the number 2 seed. We were number 7. So, you know, we could have finished a little higher and we wouldn't have had to play them. So we're going to go to Grand Junction and we're going to give a great effort. And we plan on our players executing the game plan.
You know, you got to believe that the law of averages are with you here, because went up to Midwestern, lost in overtime in a game you probably should have won, got beat in Wisdom, and then got beat at the Lone Star Conference Tournament. If you add all those together, and you know the kind of squad that you have, which is very good, very talented, it seems to me you would learn enough to where something is finally going to be seen saying, oh, we haven't taken advantage of this.
Well, the one at Midwestern, we definitely, that was in our hand to win. And of course that was the game. We lost Carly and Shanae, and we lost Shanae early in the game. And,
right.
And Carly was a real trooper and kept playing after she dislocated her finger, and the trainers put it back in place. And still had a great opportunity to win that game. I thought the game in Wisdom Gym, you know, I thought we should have won it. I didn't think we handled the pressure very well, but the one at Allen the other night, I thought we handled the pressure a lot better than we did. I think we only made 15 turnovers, so, you know, you still don't want to make that many, but that, you know, that's not bad when somebody's pressing you 94 feet for, for 40 minutes. And
that's true.
So, you know, and our players have a little more experience now. You know, these freshman girls, a couple of them that are here today, Erin and Morgan. You know, a tournament situation, you know, I thought the Incarnate Word game was definitely one of our best games of the year. And then, you know, the Midwestern game, I thought that second half, early in that second half, you know, I thought we had the momentum, and we did a couple things ourselves to kind of help them get the momentum. And, you know, a team like that, once they get some momentum, they can really get to rolling.
What about going to Colorado where it's thin air? How long will it take to adapt to that different climate? And also, too, does the thin air help or hinder a shot when you've been shooting down here at this level?
Well, I guess, you know, if I know playing golf, it helps.
That's what I was wondering.
A couple of times. But I played basketball up there. We played the Air Force Academy when I was at ACU, and I don't think it affected my shot.
No difference?
I don't remember it affecting my shot. We played up at Grand Junction 4 or 5 years ago and won both games, and it didn't affect us. We went up there last year, you know, and didn't play very well. It was early in the season. And the thing about the thin air is going to be the same for Midwestern as it is for Tarleton State, so there's not going to be any difference. You know, if we maybe playing a Colorado team the first game, you know, there might be a little bit. And I'm not sure how high up it is, the elevation. I know it's more in the desert.
Well, it's not in Denver, that's for sure. It's got
to be a high city.
A couple thousand.
But this is down more in the desert, in the mesa.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay. So Grand Junction's in the flatter part of land.
Right, it is. You can see the mountains, but you're not really in the mountains.
Okay, I got that. So really the conditioning aspect of it is not really going to,
I don't think so,
play into effect.
Not at all.
Wow, that's terrific.
Erin was shaking her head no. It's not going to make any difference, so I'll go along with her on this one.
Erin, have you played at Colorado?
No, sir.
No? Oh, Morgan has. We got to talk to her. Okay.
Yeah, she'll know more about it.
Okay, well, that's good too. You braiding her hair, by the way?
I'm brushing it.
Morgan and Erin show. That'll be coming up in just a few minutes here. All right, well, coming off of the experience in Allen, you had the great game that was against Incarnate Word and then Midwestern. And the one thing that dropped everybody's jaw, which we've seen all year and doesn't drop our jaws as much anymore, was the performance that Kiara Wright gave you again. And you never had a 30-20 game before.
30-20, that was a tremendous game. I think she had like 7 steals.
7 steals on top of it.
3 or 4 assists, probably a block shot or 2. So, you know, that was definitely a big game, a big night for her. And, you know, her teammates got her the basketball, that's for sure. When you score 30 points, somebody's giving you the ball. And, of course, the 20 rebounds, that's just amazing, you know, 30 and 20. and she got a couple more steals. She'd had a triple-double.
My gosh.
But that was a big game for her. In the second game, she had 30 points against Midwestern. I think 11 rebounds.
30 and 11.
30 and 11.
Yep.
And I guess how many double-doubles is that for the year?
That's 13 in a row and 23 overall.
Right.
My goodness.
Right. In the Incarnate Word game, Peyton had 12 points and Morgan had 9 and Cheyenne had 14. And in the Midwestern game, of course, we scored 83 points. So,
Yeah, that's the good news and bad news. The good news, we got 83 points. The bad news, it wasn't enough.
Right. Peyton had 15 and Brianna had 11, Kira 30, Cheyenne had 10, Erin had 7 points in that game and 7 rebounds and a couple of assists in that game. And that's one thing you might want to talk to Erin about, going against Kira every day in practice. Since we don't have Shanae or Carly out there, and she's the only one with the size besides me that can go against Kiera every day. So that's been quite a challenge for Erin, but it's something that's going to make her a much better player, having to guard her or trying to score against her every day at the low post.
I'll have to ask her if she gets demoralized at all. She says, no, I'm going to be even better. Oh, good.
I can guard Kiera, but for about 30 seconds, and I got to take a timeout and go to the sideline. But every once in a while, in a drill, post drills or whatever, I'll guard Kiera, and I'll tell her I'm going to block your shot this time. So.
Well, this is the fourth straight time now you've gone to the NCAAs. Fourth straight, so
4 in a row.
That's a great accomplishment.
It is, and I told our players Sunday night that Coach Wilson and I and our team were able to go our third year here at Tarleton, and then we didn't make it for 3 years. And you really don't appreciate something sometimes until you don't have it anymore. Mm-hmm. And those 3 years, we still had good teams, won 18 or 19 games, and wanted to go really badly and didn't make it, and it just makes you want it that much more. It's kind of like Shanae and Carly not getting to play. I think you appreciate the game more. It makes you really want to work hard and come back strong the next year. And so making it 4 years in a row is pretty special.
Well, this is a special setting right now as the TexAnns are getting ready to go to Grand Junction, Colorado for the NCAAs. They're going to be playing Midwestern State again. So law of averages, fourth time around, you got to believe that one of these times things are going to bust, and they're going to bust in the right direction. This is the Ronnie Hearne Show here at First Financial Bank on the Loop. Papa John's Pizza in the house. Any extra large toppings, as a matter of fact, $11.99, and Tuesday and Wednesday, that's all day. PapaJohns.com. When we come back, we'll talk to either Erin Sims and or Morgan Ashmore. I don't know which is going to be which, but that's coming up next in the Ronnie Hearne Show right after this. Back we are at First Financial Bank for the Ronnie Hearne Show. Mike Young here. We're joined by one of the remaining centers, Erin Sims, who's, I keep thinking you're a junior, and that's not right. You're a freshman.
Yes, sir.
You're learning about everything right now.
Yes, sir. I was kind of just thrown in there.
Yeah, and now we just talked a moment ago how you get beat up by Kiera in practice all the time.
Every day.
That's because everybody gets beat up by Kiera no matter what happens.
Yes, sir.
But how much of a learning tool is that for you? Do you look at this and go, oh, she moved this way? If I move this way later on when she's graduated, maybe that'll work for me too?
A little bit. It's kind of, I'm a little bit different. I play a different game than Kiera, obviously. She's bigger and stronger, and I kind of use my quickness more. I like to step out and be facing the basket. She likes her back to the basket. But I definitely, she's already taught me so much about, how to play defense especially. And, certain moves I've kind of picked up on so I can guard her better and help make her a better player. But also I'm trying to learn from her as well. This
has been a big time roller coaster for you because at the beginning of the year, well, there's 4 posts. Now there's 2. So you weren't playing as much at the beginning of the year as you are now. So what have you learned from the beginning, and how are you dealing with it now?
It was, I kind of sit back and just watch a lot, and then, obviously them two going down in that one game, it was kind of, okay, I'm going to have to learn it now.
Yeah, crash course.
I don't have the rest of the year to learn it. I got to really just step up and just start playing now. So, Kiera's really helped me a lot. She's always, talking to me while I'm down there and just kind of giving me little hints, like turn this way, this is what's open. the help from the corner, look backside, look. So I mean, she's just been a huge help.
You played your high school ball at Lorena High. Were you able to bring any of all the things that you did there? And I know you did a ton of stuff and brought home a lot of hardware. How much were you able to transfer there to here?
A little bit. In high school I played a lot more like the high post area. I didn't play with my back to the basket hardly ever. So that's been a huge learning curve. But as far as just the fundamentals part, it's all, you're still playing basketball. There's still 10 people on the court. But it's a lot more getting other people the ball than me scoring. In high school everybody looked to me, but now Kiera is who we look for. So that's just something that we're working on.
You're really into cars.
I am.
Yeah, I know it, because you drive a Mustang, which is kind of tricked out a little bit. Looks good.
Thank you.
How'd you get into that?
I started racing go-karts when I was 3. And
3 years old?
Yes, sir. It was, my mom did not like the idea. My dad loved it. My brother, who's actually over there, he came to visit for the week. He's 2 years older than me. He was 5 at the time, and I was like, Dad, I want to do that. So kind of put me out there, and I still do it. Actually, I went out and raced Sunday until Coach Hearne sent me a text and said, "I'm going to be back by 8:30." So I was heartbroken, but I told my dad I had to leave. So I got in my car, left the track, drove home, got my stuff, and headed back. So I didn't get to race Sunday, but I'm ready. So I'll be going back and forth all around Texas racing after.
Did you beat your brother at all?
Yes.
And he shakes his head.
That's a sore subject. Yeah, but
black flag.
That's a very sore subject, but I love it. I raced in Grand Junction, Colorado.
No kidding.
Yes, sir. It was the Tag World Finals, and so
you know all about this place.
I love it. I love Colorado.
Wow.
Super fun place, but my dad was making jokes about, we'll just bring the carts and race that weekend. I was like, no, Dad.
That is so funny. Well, Erin Sims, thanks for joining us. Morgan Ashmore, you want to come in here for a second? We have to change out headsets with Erin. And good luck to you. And survive the toughest of tough, trying to guard Kiera right in practice. And hello, Morgan Ashmore. And by the way, the Lone Star Conference regular season assist champion, sitting right here. The only one to average over 4 assists a game. Did you do that at Spearman?
Yes. I think I averaged about 5 assists a game at Spearman.
Wow.
But
you got room to grow.
I did have a lot of room to grow, but now I filled more into a point guard position, because at Spearman I had to score and distribute the ball, but now I'm true point guard.
So what's it been like for you now? Because you weren't starting at the very beginning of the year, and then things just kind of clicked, and you moved into the starting lineup, and you haven't looked back.
It's been a learning process. At the first of the year, it was growing into college basketball from high school basketball, and it is a lot quicker and faster. So it was learning how to handle the ball under more pressure and being a smarter basketball player and upping my basketball IQ, like Coach Hearne always tells me. So
you've been putting up some 3-point shots here and hitting some too.
I have.
Yeah, you've been working on that.
Yes. I shot a lot more in high school. I did shoot a lot of threes, but I guess coming into college, I didn't shoot as well at the first of the season, and then once I got more confidence and once I got the feel for the game more, my shot's been a lot better lately. Is
that just maybe the wow factor of being in college? Maybe you didn't take threes just initially thinking, well, it's not high school anymore?
I was more hesitant because I knew other people were open, didn't look for my shot as much, but now that I know who's open and when people are open, I have to start knocking down shots too.
So what about you now in your freshman year? You've got an all-world center, the Brittany Griner of Division II,
right, playing
on your team.
It's probably why I'm doing it.
Poor Erin gets beat up in practice every day.
She does.
Because she's the only one left to guard her besides Coach Hearne, and I don't think Coach Hearne wants to guard her either. So of all the things that you've seen now as a freshman, all the things that you've learned, what's the most valuable?
Kiera, right?
That's the one thing you've learned is the most valuable?
Well, you have to figure out your strong areas of our team, especially when you have 2 players go down. You have to adjust to what kind of team you have, and our strength is Kiera, right? So my job as a point guard is to get her the ball when I need to give her the ball, and she's not going to score if you don't give her the ball. Well,
you've got something else to remember too. You've got Peyton Adamson out on the wing from time to time. And if Peyton's hitting a 3, well, you'd be silly not to give her the ball.
Well, against Kingsville, if you remember that.
Oh, I remember that.
I had 10 assists that game, but it was because of Peyton Addison. 6 threes the first half. So when people are sinking in on Kiera, you can't really sink in from Peyton, so it's kind of a win-win.
How's your head doing with your collision with Raven in practice? For those of you who don't know, Raven McGrath and Morgan Ashmore had a train wreck in practice.
My head was fine.
Banged their heads together.
Raven's eye is still a little red and black, and that was the Midwestern game. No, the Angelo game at the end of conference.
Yeah, you got a little scar right there.
I banged her up a little bit.
Yeah. But hey, you got to be tough, right?
I guess so.
Okay, fine. So going back to, you can talk to Erin about going to Grand Junction, Colorado. This is a whole new deal for you.
I've never been to Grand Junction. I've been to Denver with my AAU team a couple of times. It's very hard to breathe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a little winded when I first played there.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. Okay, is that right? Oh, Erin's on the phone. She can't even talk to me now. No. Is that okay? I mean, she says she gets winded a little bit. Is that going to be an issue?
I think it will. Elevation and altitude changes.
Okay, yeah, elevation. Yeah, it's oxygen, so what? We all breathe it. Okay.
I was a little winded.
All right. Well, Morgan, congratulations on being the Lone Star Conference Assist Champion. That's something nobody can ever take away from you, that's for sure. Got a little ways to go, and gee whiz, they've got all next year where everybody's going to be back as well.
That's very true. We'll have a very strong team next year.
All right, good deal. Morgan Ashmore, everybody. Stand by. We're live from the First Financial Bank building here on the Southwest Loop. It's the Ronnie Hearne Show. We'll continue right after this. It's the Ronnie Hearne Show here from First Financial Bank. I'm Mike Young, the head coach of the TexAnns. Sitting right next to us, Ronnie Hearne. Looking at the bracket now as we go to Colorado. Of the 8 teams that are there, we played 4 of them already. So is that an advantage?
St. Mary's. I think that was maybe our first game of the year, second game of the year, second game I think. Went in San Antonio. They put a pretty good whipping on us that night. But I know we've gotten a whole lot better since then. Midwestern, of course, Abilene Christian, we split with them. Texas Permian Basin, we split with them. So, of course, the Colorado schools, we hadn't seen them, hadn't played them. The first game on Friday is 12 noon, Metro State, the number 1. The number 6 seed against St. Mary's. Midwestern, the number 2 seed against us at 2:30 on Friday. And then at 6:30, it's Abilene Christian against Texas Permian Basin. And that's at 8:30, excuse me. The home team, which is Colorado Mesa, is playing the 6 p.m. game against Fort Lewis, the number 8 seed.
And let me illustrate this as well. Friday, 2:30 is the tip-off, so that means we'll have the pregame show for you here on KSTV, the Mighty 93, at 2:15 Friday. That's 2:15 Friday, and we'll tip at 2:30, and we will go as far as we possibly can go.
Of course, all these are Mountain Time, so it's going to be...
Oh, that's different, isn't it?
Yes, it's going to be an hour later here. Am I correct on that? Thank you, Erin.
An hour later, then.
So 3:30 Central Time.
So 3:15, not 2:15.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I'm glad I cleared that up.
And I'm always the last one to know, that's for sure. I don't live in the mountains, I guess. Let's give some things away.
All right, the first winner is Jerry Thornton, one of our best fans, a great guy, Jerry Thornton.
Pick something off the board, Jerry. And Jerry takes a look, says, yeah, take this one here, and what do you get?
It's a tradition shirt.
All right,
All right, tradition shirt. That's terrific.
I thought he might get something to cover his head, but I guess a shirt, he'll enjoy that shirt.
I know it is a sunshiny day, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Next winner, one of the greatest supporters of Tarleton State University and the athletic program, Don Jones.
Don Jones, go get something, Don. Don goes for the outside card, and he gets a Tarleton hat.
All right.
Very good. All right. So let's back up one more time. 3:15 Friday is the airtime here on the Mighty 93. 3:15 airtime, 3:30 tip-off time.
Right.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, We got 5 minutes to sum it all up. How do we do it?
I might let you do it. No, I guess we could talk a little bit about our practices. Of course, the selection show was Sunday night, and Monday we had practice at 5:30. I forgot what time. We had afternoon practice yesterday. We probably went about 2.5 hours, probably, which was probably about 30 minutes too long. I think they lost their attention span after the 2-hour mark, and I think I did too. So I can't necessarily blame it on them. This morning we went about 1 hour and 45 minutes this morning. We had a 9:30 practice. Morgan, our GA, Morgan Salem, is going to have the gym open from 4 to 5 if any of our dedicated players want to come up. And Erin, you better raise your hand, Erin. It's an optional shooting practice from 4 to 5, so hopefully we'll have a couple girls there. And in the morning we're going to work out at 8 a.m. and the bus leaves west of the field house at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning for DFW. I think we leave a little after 3. I think it's 3:05 on U.S. Airways from Terminal E, and then we'll fly into Phoenix. We'll have a 3-hour layover in Phoenix.
Really?
I think we'll be there at 3:45, but we'll actually, we've got the time difference. So I think it'll take about 1.5 hours to get to Phoenix. Then we have a 3-hour layover. So Coach Wilson said we get to feed them again, I guess. We'll be eating lunch and dinner in the airports, get some of that good airport food. And then I think we leave at 6:45, something like that, out of Phoenix and fly up to Grand Junction. We'll be there at 9:15, get in our hotel. And then Thursday we have a practice at 11 a.m. And then quite a bit of free time. There's not a banquet this year. It's the first time we've been where they didn't have a banquet on Thursday night. So we might take them downtown, let them look around downtown, a meal, maybe a movie, and we'll have a video session in Midwestern that afternoon. And then we have a shoot around for 25 minutes at 8 a.m. on Friday morning, and then the game's at 2:30.
Where do they sell basketballs at DFW?
Basketball?
Yeah. Maybe it's a piece of the parking lot or tarmac. We can, if we got a 3-hour layover, we can take it with us to Phoenix.
In Phoenix, I bet, I bet there's some basketball somewhere around there.
Must be,
One of the stores, surely, some Phoenix Suns T-shirts and caps and basketball. I bet we can find one.
If nothing else, there's room for a passing drill and shoot around. Well, not shoot around. There's no hoops, but dribbling.
Right. Right.
So
we could run some sprints. That's for sure.
No, I didn't say that. Girls, don't look at me. I didn't mention that. Okay, that was from the big guy here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, either way, we're heading to Colorado, and let's see how long the ride will last over there.
That's right.
All right, Ronnie Hearne, thank you so much, and best of luck to you.
All right, thank you.
This has been the Ronnie Hearne Show on the Mighty 93, live from the First Financial Bank building. Once again, Friday, it will be 3:30, the tip-off. 3:15 will be the airtime, the pregame show right here. And by the way, don't forget Lunch with Lon. That's tomorrow, right? Is it not? It sure is at Bruner Motors. So be sure and stick around for that, because Casey Hogan will be talking to Lon Reisman and getting his thoughts on how he won a tournament and became the number 8 seed. Wow, something else. But either way, we will see you on Friday, 3:15 the airtime here in the Mighty 93. Until then, have a great day.